Friends and Pioneers. Today I'm going to show you how I make a pink flamingo cake. A lot of people call them red flamingo cakes, but I don't know a lot of flamingos that are red. So I'm going to call it a pink flamingo cake, or just a flamingo cake. I've heard it called that too. And if you've never heard of one, it's just a really good moist summer cake, and it has a cherry flavor. So this is going to be all pre-mixed. It's not going to be from scratch, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to put together for a summer company or picnic or anything like that. If you take this on a picnic, I just suggest that you leave it in an ice chest and that you don't leave it out on the table. So we're going to take a white cake mix, and you can use any brand. I think they're $1. This is not a very expensive dessert at all either. We're going to take a box of Jell-O, and this is the 3.4 ounce gelatin. We're going to pour that in, which this is going to give us our dark hot pink color. If you just want a little pink, I have made this with half of this amount and it's still good. But we're going to get the rich flavor today of the cherry. My husband loves cherry Jell-O. I know for a fact he's never had this cake, so we're going to see what he thinks about it. We're going to add 3 eggs, room temperature. We're going to add 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. And we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. Okay, and then we're going to mix it all together. Let's get our whisk in here. We have to plug it in. Sorry about that. And you're going to want to whisk this for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. Okay, so all the mix is incorporated together. Now remove our whisk. You don't want any lumps. Okay, we're gonna take this off of the mixer. I keep my KitchenAid unplugged because we have so many storms here, and I've had a family member that had a KitchenAid, and I guess lightning struck or their power went out, and it completely wrecked her mixer. So I always unplug my mixer. If I'm not using it, I unplug it, and lots of times I forget, so I apologize. So I'm going to take some of this baking pan, and I'm going to spray a 9x13 pan. We're going to pour this mix into our 9x13, and we're going to bake this for 35 minutes. I always do 32 minutes, by the way, but the instructions say 35, so I'm going to tell you 35. Everybody's oven is different. I always test cakes, and I know my oven and I know my cakes for my oven, and it's always 32 minutes. So just so you know, when I say 35, more than likely I'm taking it out at 32 minutes. Okay, we're gonna get this in the oven and we'll bake it, and we'll be back to do the frosting. Okay, so now we're gonna make the frosting. The cake has come out of the oven and it's cooled completely down, and we're gonna make the frosting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a can of Dole crushed pineapple. Don't use the tidbits, it won't work as well. And we're going to, juice and all, we're going to pour this into a mixing bowl. You can use a hand mixer. I have one, I just didn't use it. We're going to use a package of vanilla pudding. And it's just the 3.4 ounce vanilla pudding. And we're going to take a container, 16 ounce container full of Cool Whip or whip topping. And we're going to pour that in, the entire thing. And you could use real whipped cream as well. Most people know that Cool Whip is just whipped oil. That's why it's probably not super good for you to eat it out of the container, unlike ice cream. I use real cream wherever I can. I just don't have any today. Okay, now we're going to fold this together on low. Now, this is kind of folded together. What we're going to do is we're going to take some of the maraschino cherries, and I'm going to remove the stems. And I'm going to cut them in half and drop them in. Trying to make sure and get all the juice out of them. I don't want this turning completely pink on me. And you're going to probably add about 10 or 12 of them. You're going to save some that were in your jar for the top of your dessert. But the ones that we want to put inside, we're going to cut them in half. And then we're going to fold those in too. Okay, and then we're going to take the juice from the cherries and we're going to pour a little bit of juice. And we're just going to whip this together. So I took about 10 of the cherries and I cut them in half, which makes about 20. You could put more if you wanted to. Now, my grandmother always added, she always added walnuts to this. If you want to do that, you can. It does make this really delicious, but you don't have to. It's not, in most of the Flamingo cakes I've seen, walnuts is not part of it. So don't feel bad if you don't want to do that. We can't because my husband's allergic to nuts. So that's why you never see me making anything. I should because I enjoy them, but that would mean I would have to sit and eat all the things he won't. Alright, let's take this off. And then we're going to move the mixer out of the way. Move all this stuff. We're going to get our cake. How much of that you can see, but then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pour this on top of the cake. We're just going to spread this out. Another reason not to use whipped cream is, you know, you can't really get it, can't really set out on a picnic table or anything, or even this Cool Whip for very long. It'll go bad on you and then you'll make everybody sick. So you want to keep this cool. This is really a refrigerated dessert. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to take our cherries and we're just going to put them here on the top. Kind of randomly. I'm going to leave the stems on just for decoration, but you could obviously take them off. Some of them lost their stem. I buy these and keep these for ice cream sundaes all the time, so I typically have them in my pantry. Alright, we're going to refrigerate this for 2 to 4 hours and then we're going to slice it and serve it. So we'll be back when it's ready to serve.
You would think that by now she would know you can't leave a cake on the counter and not have it like cut into. So yeah, that's what's happening now. Smells good, looks good. I'm sure it's going to be good.
Okay, so I came back in the house and it's been cut. So I'm going to cut a piece so I can show y'all how it ends up. So you can see. So you can see the dark cherry, and obviously the person eating these can take these off if you want to, but they're just really for decoration. Anyway, let's take a bite. Yum. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll try this recipe. It was too simple. You don't even need to really write it down. But I hope you'll try it this summer for your family and listen to all the compliments that you get on this cake. I'll see you guys on the next video, and please find somebody to bless. Everybody have a great day.